Welcome to AlleyCats Weekly, your weekly look at the Indianapolis AlleyCats. I'm Heath Shanahan. The AlleyCats get a much-needed win against Ohio rival, the Cincinnati Revolution. The Cats trailed the Revolution 8-11 after the first quarter, but after 5 straight breaks in the second, the AlleyCats never gave up the lead. The win brings their record to 2-3 on the season. Offensively, Keenan Plew had a great game with 6 goals and 3 assists. Alex Krista also had a great game offensively, finding the end zone 4 times, and both Peter Carlton and Cameron Brock had 3. The Cats were without offensive starters Kyle Cox and Jared Gravy Payne. In their absence, 9 players had 2 or more assists, with Michael Ames and Travis Carpenter having 5 and 4 respectively. The Cats' defense was the story of the game. 9 different Cats recorded a D, with Scott O'Brien and Luke Broderick each getting 2. After the game, I spoke to Travis Carpenter about the defensive effort and what he is seeing from the defensive line this year. I'm here with one of the players of the game, Travis Carpenter. Travis, you guys had a great defensive effort today. You guys were down 10-7 at the end of the first quarter, 5 breaks in a row to start the second quarter. Talk about what you guys did to kind of step up and kind of put pressure on the Revolution tonight.
After we got down, I think, like I said, at one point it's 10-7, we were getting real mad at ourselves. We were frustrated we weren't getting a couple of those Ds. We had a little huddle up over there and talked about it and talked about how we know that they're about to get real tired and that was our time. At the end of the quarter was going to be our time. We knew that some of their bigger players, that like Isaac and like I think Gorman and like Sittler, we were starting to see a couple signs of weakness and getting tired, and we knew we had the legs. So we just talked about it. We said now's our time to step out here and get some Ds. And we got a couple guys that just stepped up a little bit. I personally think Robbie did a really awesome job this game. Got a couple Ds that really got us fired up and going. A couple of the hucks from Ford and Yoder to me, I think got us going. We actually practiced a couple of those plays last night that showed up in the game that really came through and helped. So I think some of those plays really energized us, pumped us up, and got us going.
Sure, absolutely. And you mentioned something about getting fired up. I mean, you can see the intensity out there, especially you like to bring the intensity. You know, last year had some different personnel that would bring some of the fire. You know, who's kind of stepping up this year and bringing that intensity to the defensive line besides you?
Yeah, we losing like Wildcat and Eric Lewis, people like that for sure, definitely leaves a gap for people to fill. But anytime I make a play, I'm screaming my head off. Of course, I get excited. Jason Yoder is a big one that always gets me pumped up. Whenever we need it, he starts yelling. Of course, OB is, screaming his head off. Of course, I love when OB yells. I think AK is kind of more subtle, quiet one. And so just every once in a while, just all of a sudden he erupts, and I love that. Always gets me really jacked up. So some of the guys that are kind of quiet, they kind of sit back for their chance. I thought the defining play for tonight was Robbie's layout D on Isaac Jeffries down here. Isaac is seen as a big threat right now in the ADL. He's scored a lot of points. And Robbie really stepped up big, had a huge play streaking right down the sideline. He got physical, he laid out completely horizontal, and got this epic D when we all thought they were about to score. And Robbie came out screaming his head off, and we all got jacked up, and we just wanted to follow right in his footsteps. And that, personally for me, that completely turned it for me. So.
Travis, I appreciate some time today. Yep. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
This weekend, the Cats traveled to Cincinnati for back-to-back games against the Revolution on Saturday and Sunday. The Revolution are ahead of the Cats in the standings, sitting at 3-4 on the season. If the Cats can sweep the weekend and the season series, they will jump to 3rd place in the Midwest Conference and right back in the playoff hunt. This ends another edition of AlleyCats Weekly. Join us in Cincinnati for the Cats' first back-to-back game weekend. The Revolution play at Sheakley Athletic Center located on the beautiful University of Cincinnati campus. From the entire AlleyCats organization, have a great Memorial Day weekend and go Cats!